Trying to think of what I should make. I have leftover ground beef. We had spaghetti last night. Mr. Salad. Okay. Should make that today. Potatoes. Potatoes. Okay, corn and potatoes. I'm gonna put my potatoes out to remind myself. Eat some damn potatoes. Yes. I hope that doesn't take too long though. Fuck. I can make you feel better. What be going on in here? I can never get it straight because everything's just everywhere. It's gonna be just an interesting angle. Hopefully my phone don't fall. I'm excited to get this frame started. We're gonna go for an hour. Let me see. What is on my to-do list? Alright. I have a meeting tomorrow, so I don't think I can grocery shop till later. I don't know. I don't want to grocery shop this week. I got food. I think I need more snacks. We ate up the melons. Probably need some more carrots and cucumbers. There's no juice. That's the thing. Unless we make tea. I don't have any juice. And it can make you feel better. And there's no like convenience store. All right. What's good, chat? We're gonna be working on a new frame today. I stretched, or it was already stretched. I traced it yesterday. Waffles, 4 headbands, mushroom coasters. And if we can fit them some peanut butter and jelly, restock of those. Only be able to fit one. What's good, Kevin? So, you know exactly, you know the vibes. I gotta stay. There's 10 people in the chat. Was good. Hello. All right. If you're here for the art, give me just a minute or two. Stay a while. Finish making your coffee. Whatever you need to do. And I pull up so equipped, and she love it when I pull up in it. Is it? You gotta listen to the song "Willis" by Kid Cudi. I'm on my player from the Himalayas. Bro, it's so ugly. Yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. And she love it when I pull up in it. I shake her ass, shake her ass. Put some speck on my name. Bitch, you know it's the game. I'm on my player from the Himalaya. Lana Del Rey or who? Wash away the pain with a soda. No. We got a weirdo up in here. This guy he probably in the files. What's good? That's why your question got flagged. You want some sus stuff. If the comment cannot be seen, You sus. What do you mean? Just look at your ass. Look at you. Would your mama be proud of you? And if you say so, your mama on the registry. We know that. Who is Epic Musical? Who? Who the is you? That's a story I ain't heard about. It's a musical. Oh, well, I don't really listen to musicals. What's good? We're in my husband's room right now. This is all of his Dragon Ball Z figurines. Can you ask him what? How long I've been streaming for? Since the beginning of time. The channel turned 10 years old last year. Bitch, you know it's the game. I'm on my player from the Himalayas. What you need a close up of? My art? Don't be asking no sus stuff. This is not the correct.com. This is not the correct page to be on to be asking these types of questions. Today we're going to start this frame. I really hope these freaking headbands are long enough. If they're not, I might just have to get rid of my toast. So for those that are new here, hi. I'm a rug artist. My my Dragon Ball Z, that's my husband's collection. Yeah, we're gonna make some mouse pads. So you can check out my stuff at confidentialgoods.com. I make exclusive heat. I make rugs, apparel. I make a lot of fun stuff. These are some hair clips I'm working on. These are gonna be super cute. This is pink and red stripes I've been working on. Was good. I don't really have the rest of my art. I picked out the yarn I'm going to be using. This is going to be the yarn palette for the waffles. The shrooms are going to be, one of them I'm going to start today with this green. I wanted to get one of those. The headbands are going to be really cute. I really hope I measured them correct because they're like, if you use a piece of string, that should be how back to the grit or what? Huh? What were they asking about? I'm so confused in the chat. Okay, so I'm trying to make some headbands. We made them before, but we're going to be making a spring collection and y'all not ready for this. No, that is not my name. Bro, do y'all know how to read? I'm really concerned. Like when people don't read what the name of the page is, who the channel name is, and what the channel is about. That'd be concerning. I have a Dragon Ball Z rug if you are one inquiring about that, because like let's ask logical questions. That's all I ask. We finished a scarf in real time yesterday. We did a striped scarf. We're gonna do the one of the headbands is gonna be stripes. It's gonna be two-tone. And then I'm gonna see if I can do this with this one. This is leftovers from a hat that I made. Bro, this is such a cool yarn, and I got most of my stuff from Joann's. So now I'm slowly having to get this ugly ass yarn from Hobby Lobby. I don't really like their yarn, but it's the most accessible to me instead of having to order online. I like to get, as a fiber artist, I need to get my supplies in person. I got a bunch of like really cool multicolored yarns. This is going to be a Fruity Pebble one. This one's blends and spreads nice. I used this yarn. I think it was one big old skein. And this is the last of it rolled up. I used it for a hat. I made a Fruity Pebble hat, and then I made two Fruity Pebble coasters. Those were in a set. Buy my car coasters. If you're looking for some cute stuff, I make a bunch of like mini stuff too. Not just like the large rugs you see there. I'd be making smaller things. But then this one was cool. This was another multicolored yarn. This one shows up as stripes. So this was a nice one to use when I made my hat. It looked like I naturally were changing colors, but I wasn't. It was just how the yarn was feeding out. You can see this one is a clear, like, indication. I would say maybe 10 rows. I don't know if like I'm speaking to the right person here, but it was about 10 rows and then it would color change. I do other things like this too. This is a yarn painting, shop my yarn paintings. We have big and small ones on here. I got a little Valentine's sale going on. Shop my heart yarn paintings. So that's the little tour. That's the yarn I'm going to be getting into. I'm going to make a gray hat eventually. It's going to be a dark gray hat, and I already have the pom-pom. I'm going to use up that one and then start using this one, and it's going to have a light pom-pom. I already made the pom-pom. It's going to go on top. So you got to save a little bit so you can tie it up. This is a scarf I made. The scarf is sitting in my chair over there. I made that pink and what is that? Orange scarf. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna scoot this forward. It's just like when I was making the hem rug. Y'all were here for the hem rug. Make some noise! Head ass. If y'all were here when I made the hem rug, most of that was done by hand. I'm not gonna use a machine. I thought I wanted to, it's too much detail. The one thing I'm concerned about, oh, I can show you one of my large rugs. One thing I'm concerned about is I don't think I flipped this shit. So it's gonna look backwards. The only thing is the waffle is gonna look backwards. I mean, it's not words. It would be a problem if they were words, but it's not. So I'm not tripping, and I already drew it really nice. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. See, this just stay sliding to the bottom. We're getting mic'd up because I'm gonna be a little bit away from the camera. We're gonna just see how far we get. I'm debating if I want to go grocery. I'm gonna show you one of my large rugs. Hang on. Um, I'm slowly starting my spring collection. Okay. Y'all not ready. I'm gonna have the cutest colors. Y'all not ready. Oh yeah, see, I gotta be iced out. One of my yoga clients, they made this for me. So I'm like, this is what okay, okay. For those that were waiting for I'm gonna show you my rug in a moment. We're waiting to hear about their reaction. They really like the rug. They're like, we were just talking about this. I said, yeah, I'm a woman of my word. And so we're both in the arts and crafts. They see me for yoga and we do like private yoga lessons. And they made a bunch of bracelets and they're like, you can just pick one. I said, for real? So I grabbed this one. This is one that my client made. And I said, I'm finna make you a scarf. I'm being ugly. I didn't say it like this. I'm finna make you a scarf. What? What's your favorite colors? And they're like, blue. Okay, cool. Went back after our appointment, went home that night, and I took some pictures of some blue yarn that I already had in stock. That I had enough because I use blue a lot, so I have a bunch of shades, but I have like little bits of different blues. And I took a picture. I said, "This is all the blues I got. Pick the ones you want." They picked them out. Okay, what color you want them pom poms? They picked it out. I said, "Okay." I made it yesterday, and I gave it to them yesterday evening. I'm just so proud of that. So if you follow me on Instagram, there's gonna be like posts of that. I really have to make sure I take pictures of my art because it may fly. That's so nice. Thank you. I love my clients, okay? Y'all need to understand. I've been teaching yoga. It's gonna be 10 years this year. And I've been making art pretty much all my life. I started with fiber arts back in like
22 or something like that. This is a rug that I sold on a payment plan. I want to make sure my art is accessible and affordable. So like my larger rugs, they do take longer to make. Sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes up to a month, and it depends on the intricacy of it. Sometimes I do rugs by hand, sometimes I use a tufting gun, what kind of colors we need, what so things made with love take time. Okay, anyway. So this courage rug I sold, and my larger rugs are a little bit more expensive. There's more supplies that is required for these. But if you tell me, hey, I saw this rug on your website, I can't afford it right now, but would I be able to like set up something with you where I could just pay it over time? And I'm not like these credit people where they want it like this. As long as I see that you're making payments or like you make the first payment, I hide it from my website. I don't delete it from my website. I hide the rug off my website so then nobody else can see it. And then, once it's paid off, you can come to my shop. I'm in Mequon, Wisconsin. So, like, if you want to check out all of my large rugs are at my office, you can check those out. I make a bunch of upcycled clothing and a bunch of stationery stuff at the moment. We're going to be making a lot of fun stuff this year, though. All of my stuff that you see online is also in my shop. So you can actually come to a physical store if you're in Wisconsin. But I do ship to all 50 states. I ship priority. I don't play. Just like I don't play with my yoga clients, I don't play with people who are interested in getting my art. I shipped my first yarn painting last year to Atlanta, and I made sure, wrapped it up real good. But yeah, this is a courage rug I made, I think in 23. So don't be like, if you are not even aspiring. I'll say aspiring because you don't believe in yourself. You are an artist. We need to get past the point. I already believe in myself. Okay. I made this rug in 23 and I just sold it, I think the beginning of this year. They were like making payments on this. So they have one more payment and then they pay this rug off. All of my rugs come with rug care instructions. So you know how to take care of them. You spill something on them, I show you, or I have a little card that'll tell you how to clean it up and all that. But believe in yourself. If you know I can make some really cool stuff, believe in yourself. Um, keep your price fair, pay yourself, pay for your supplies, your dream rug. I can always make another one. I plan on doing a courage painting soon. I don't have this color pink. I love pink, obviously. So I only have this like kind of hot pink sitting over there. That's really the only large amount of pink yarn I have. I need to get like a slightly lighter one. This is like the back of it, the felt. I make the tags myself, confidential goods. I don't play. So you can check out my other rugs on there. I've got you. I like making like cartoon rugs. I've got a Bubby rug, if you remember the Misadventures of Flapjack. Um, I have a pom pom rug I made. I have a cigarette rug I made. The Newsport stuff is like play on words. Dragon Ball Z, like the Dragon Ball I made. The hymn rug I made. There's a 420 rug. There's a lot of cool rugs. And so you can also hit me up if you need help like decorating a room. That's what I want to make accessible for my business. I want to get a painting. This is just somebody inquiring, right? This would be the scenario. I want to get like a purple painting, maybe like of a flower or something. Okay, what flower do you like? Let's go through some flowers. You like these as examples? Okay, bet. I'm gonna make a purple flower. My next thing is going to be peonies. So I'm thinking of doing like pink and purple peonies as a large yarn painting. So anyway, this is a great example. If you are looking for a purple painting, hit me up because that will be in the works very soon. What's good? So like you could say, I need the theme of this room is purple. Okay. So I'm looking for like a purple flower painting here and then like maybe a purple rug to match. Okay, bet. You know why? Because I can use the same yarn I used in the painting for the rug and it'll be the same shade. So your stuff will already match. So, what's good, Berserk? We're doing like I'm stuck on paintings. We're making new rugs today. I'm gonna start with the mushrooms because those are the least stressful. I don't know if my headbands are long enough. You got to start them skinny and then they slowly thicken and then they get skinny again. I don't know if these are long enough because they said like how you could measure. Take a piece of string and wrap it around. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all in real time. So like you can kind of see it. I traced this last night. If I got space, I do have some space like around the waffle, some white space. You know I'd be using up all of my material. I may fit some more car coasters on here. I want to make a flower car coaster. I just realized I sold all of my flowers. I had orange flowers and blue flowers and pink flowers. I made 2 packs. So that was, 6 flowers in total I made. Um, we're gonna start with this sage green, another big twist, heirloom, discontinued, I suppose. I've been y'all. Besides the Gara rug, there's no reason for me to even really buy yarn. I've just been using every single project has been the yarn I've already had. Okay, for the most part. But I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna measure this my headband, and they're like, just take a piece of string, and then that should be how long it is. This doesn't look like the last time I did it. I feel like I made them slightly longer because I think I need to stretch them. So that's why I don't want to start with the headbands. But so it's in view and y'all can see. So I grabbed like one of these, and it was like, or do I do the outside? I think I did. No, I did the outside. Put it at the tip, and I gave it a little bit of give, right? I gave it a little bit of give, and it seemed a little shorter. This is about where it lined up. Let me show you. I'm using a green. That green yarn only extends to here, so I just tried to make them slightly longer because one time I made it a little too short, so that was kind of the space, and then I kind of went from there. This one is way too fucking like big. It might be too big, but this is just a drawing. None of this is going to show up, so if I need to try to draw over it, I can attempt to do that. Let's get this closer. Trying to get the mushroom. There you go. Mushrooms in view. This all y'all need. This all y'all need. Unintentionally matches my water bottle. So I got a little bench. Got to put that back. This all you need, y'all. This all you need. So scissors. These are like pincer scissors. This is what I like to call them. You get your threader. Make sure you don't lose that white piece of paper. You'll never be able to find it. And then this is a punch needle. And I've got gloves. Where is my string? Compression gloves, because I'll work a lot with my hands. These I was gonna do in hoops. I'm like, fuck it. I got space down here. I decided not to do the purse. So on this frame, I was actually gonna just make it an accessory frame, and I was going to. What? There's 4 people in here. Y'all better like the live. Be another. Like the live, cause I know people be sticking around. Um, I was gonna do a purse on this side of the frame, and then I just had a strong energy of like make a waffle rug, but it's backwards. So I'm like the syrup is gonna actually be on this side. It's gonna be flipped. It is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna make this one dark green with light green grass. This one's gonna be like a sage with a light green grass. I want more earthy, larger rugs or mouse pads. And now it seems like it's unintentional, but then it happens. I made a bunch of Afro rugs as a collection, and then um now I have like a Green Bay Packer rug, which I made green, and now these next hoops are gonna be green. I think I want this one to be like an earthy brown, and then like I don't know what purple mushroom I was thinking about doing. But these are like my mouse pads or just coasters you want to use. I had to focus because this is the border. You want a clean border. Already trying to get stuck. Mm. Hmm. Oh, this is hard. Cause it was like crooked. What the hell? I miss being able to go to Joann's to get monk's cloth because this is primer cloth, premier primer, whatever it is. And I don't like the orange lines. They don't help me line anything up. Besides keeping stuff, I will say I'm gonna go not even here because it got a little wiggly with my headbands. The lines aren't even straight once you start stretching them. Are any of these gonna be what is this? Oh, you're asking me about a specific mushroom? I have no idea. I was just gonna do like the generic red ones, and then I was gonna make this one purple or something like that. What's good? I don't know what my favorite rug is that I made. I think it's the hem rug. I made so many fun ones. The hem rug, I'm like, I kind of, but where am I gonna put it? No, I liked I made an orange rug mirror, and it was just a bunch of like of my little signature flowers I do around it. Half of it was made with my tufting gun, and then half of it I just did by hand like this. I really got to start thinking now, damn, because it's like been since 22, 23 when I started. It's like 4 years now. I really got to look back at my pictures to see what I've done. Because I have ideas too that ruminate in my head, and I can already see how the rug is going to look. So half of it be reality, which sounds crazy. Half of it be reality, and half of it be like stuff I'm looking forward to making in the future. I've got some fun ideas. I'm still on the hunt for another large mirror. I haven't found any good ones at the thrift stores, so that's why I've been checking the thrift stores. I made myself a purse. Like, I fucking forgot. I made myself a rug purse. That one was fun too. I'm saying I'm not gonna buy a purse. I literally have the material right now. Make myself a purse. That one was fun. I did a baby rug for my friend. They were having a baby. And you know, when the baby ages another month, they put the baby on a blanket. I made a rug for that instead of using a blanket. So the baby could be laid on the rug, and I made like a little flower and the numbers 1 through 12. It had her name, the numbers 1 through 12, if you remember this one. And then it was a separate rug. I made a flower with a hole in the middle, and you could slide the flower over what month, how old the baby was, and the baby would lay. I made like I don't even know how to describe it, a little spot for the baby to rest and take those pictures. Mm. I have my Instagram is confidential goods for all of my art. Confidential goods. You see the purple icon, that's me. Then if you want to follow my yoga page, I've been a yoga teacher for almost 10 years. The The yoga page is Ashlee's Crazy Yoga. And that's kind of why I started this channel was about yoga. I still do yoga. I travel and I see clients regularly and I teach a few community classes. But I went through like my teacher trainings and things like that and I was like vlogging that earlier on this channel when I first made this channel. Okay. Now we can actually cook. As soon as we get this outline, that's just the hardest part. But I have a website for both of my businesses. For yoga services, I do yoga. I'm a Reiki teacher and therapist, and then a somatic therapist, sound therapy, kids yoga, senior yoga. I do a lot of stuff. All of that, all of those inquiries can be found at ashleyscrazyyoga.com. And then if you want to check out art or purchase my art to support me, the website for that is confidentialgoods.com. And I'm trying to make confidential goods all about home decor and apparel and how you can blend those two aesthetics. I've gotten inquiries about more mushroom art, so I'm trying to get a head start on this before the summer. You see how far I have to think in advance? This is crazy. It's February. We are thinking about as a society about Valentine's Day, but you know how corporate's moving. But not even me as corporate, me as an independent artist that makes everything, I have to get like these big jumps on it. Yeah, confidential goods. What's good? It is a drawing. Technically, every piece of art I make pretty much is a drawing before I turn it into whatever medium. When I do my yarn paintings, I have to have a base. Unless it's like something freehand, then I just be going with the flow. Y'all not ready. So if you are a person that enjoys flowers and like nature stuff, then I think you'll really fucks with the new collections and things coming out. We're gonna have some cute kind of spring headbands coming out, and then I have like these little mushroom coasters I'm making. You can use them as mouse pads or like just cute decor around the house. But then I'm gonna make some more paintings, some more yarn paintings. Y'all not ready for that. The whole collection of floral stuff is gonna be very cute. Thank you. We're gonna just I can't do all of that. I'm gonna start outlining the mushrooms so I kind of have a border to work off of. Just last night, I decided I was really gonna use my tufting gun for most of this frame. I forgot I have to clean it anyway. But then I was like, I'm just gonna do this all by hand. Why not? This is not an on the go project. So I low key have to continue working on my I'm trying to make these hair clips. I've had this idea for too many years. Um so as an artist, I always have an on the go project and then I always have like a bigger one that I'm working on at my house. So this obviously cannot come in my car. I think once we could. If the chat has an idea, there's a market I'm going to be doing. If you want to travel, I'm going to be in Burlington, Wisconsin for the Juneteenth, the third or fourth installment. I've done yoga for this event. I've also vended like my goods at this event. But then this year they asked, or yeah, this year they're asking me, they asked me last year, now it's this year, about doing like a live project. So if you have ideas, let me know. Because I'm like, I could bring this frame. This frame has spikes. How could I blow up a project? I'm like, the knitting wheel is always interesting to watch, but I'm like, it's gonna be June. So it was so hot last year. I'm like, it's not gonna make sense for me to like make some scarves or something like that. So I'm like, what is something I have a generator too. So like if I need to like need power or something, I'm like, what is something I could do live in front of people that people would think is cool? I like punch needling, and when I'm on the go, I usually make projects that are small enough to fit in my hoop, but I'm like, who is gonna be able to crowd around and see that? So I have no idea. I thought of doing a yarn painting, but it's going to take a very long time to dry, and I would be scary. It's about an hour drive for me, and I have to pack up like I'm gonna have my own booth. So my supplies I bring for my booth. What did I have? Did they have a table? I think I used my own table, so I need to make sure I have a SUV, fit an table in there. I have like a check. What did I? We had smaller sections. I think I can only fit my 4-foot table. Whatever. And then like, what else would I put in there? Or how would I be able to lay like my painting flat? I have a tote where I bring a lot of my fixtures and things like that. So thank you. I hope you have a good day too. I'm just debating how long I wanna go live today because I kinda wanna get the grocery shopping out the way before school pickup. This looks a little low. See, I like punch needling, it's very forgiving. I stressed myself out and I brought my hoop, my embroidery hoop, to work on at that market I did this past Sunday. It's my first market of the year. And it was fucking very slow. I made a profit, but it was just slow. I need to make more hats, but like yeah, when does spring start again? Because then it doesn't make sense for me to continue my hats. A lot of people liked my thicker hats. Like I have some, so shop my hats so I can make room for more thick hats. I have my single line hats are 15 and then the double ones are 40 because they take way longer and they use a lot more yarn. So I have hats on little beanies, single layer ones for only $15 that you guys can shop. You can get like two for the price of one and then some. If you brought two hats for 15, that's $30. And then the one hat, one thick line hat is 40. So you saving $10. I'm just saying. I've always tried to, keep my stuff reasonable. So I'm clearing those out and then I've been having ideas about new styles to come out with, new colorways. So stay tuned. Now this is going to be easier for me to fill in because what was this about? That's fine. I had a fuzzy on my lip. It's going to be easier because now I don't have to worry about going into the actual drawing. I've made a border. So that's usually what people start with. Mid-March. See, my birthday, I'm a winter baby technically. My birthday's March 5th. Y'all better show out for March 5th. I'm just saying. Harry said he took off of work. He took a 3-day weekend because I think my birthday's on a Thursday. Y'all better show out. I should do a birthday sale for my shop. Y'all better show out. I'm being ugly. I'm gonna do a birthday sale of some sorts. Maybe I should do one for like the rugs or something. But like I'm a winter baby. But I feel like I thrive the most in spring. Like I'm just on the cusp, as as they say. I'm just on the cusp because like this is like This time I take appreciation and it's my planning stage before I infiltrate. Okay, I'm being ugly. This is all just planning. And then, y'all, you're going to be blown away. I myself will be blown away by the time spring and May is here. May is also my son's birthday month. And then that's like when my markets pick up. That's like the for real spring. And then it's just like you get to see all of this art and how it finally came to be. And at the when I display it at my booth. So this was a little taste last weekend. Past weekend I did a market. That was a little taste. But I plan on having a lot of cute spring and summer stuff by the time May get up in here. But yeah, also I just thought about this. They want me to pay for the whole season. So I would really appreciate if you can share my art with somebody who may be interested in buying it. I keep sliding off of this thing. And buying my art, they want me to pay like $300. And it doesn't start until like June. It's a season from June to October. A market that I had to apply for in advance. Um, I have to pay it by next Sunday or Monday. This coming Sunday. Oh shit, this came a little unloose. Otherwise, I have to back out of that market because this nigga is like, well, you could put it on a credit card. I'm like, I'm already drowning in medical debt. I don't, I can't I don't want to open a credit card up to do a fair if that's how you're going to be. But I understand business is business. But if I could get something that came through, then I could probably pay that in advance. All of them are looking for money now. They be asking for it at least like 2 months in advance. I'm like, damn, I get it because you don't want you want to make sure you got your lineup. I get it. That $300. I'm like, did I do a full season or a half season? Goodness gracious. But yeah, I mean, this is fun. It's the planning time, but then this is when I have to pay all of this stuff in advance to do the markets that y'all see me going to. I went to 17 markets last year, and I don't know how many I want to do this year. I was looking for quantity last year, but this year I'm looking for quality. I tried out a bunch of markets and I got invited back to another one, but it was slow. So I'm like, I just declined that one. Um, yeah. Did he hit the turkeys? Damn. So I don't know if y'all know this, but there's turkeys that live in my neighborhood. The turkeys are just standing across the street. I'll see if I can zoom it in. Y'all can see. Let me try to zoom in. I got turkeys. Turkeys live in my neighborhood. See? Zoom that out. Okay, let me just zoom this out. When I heard this guy barking, I had to go really fast because they stay on my street. Like sometimes they're in my backyard. There we go. Even a dusty pink. That would have been cute. What if I do that? And then make that just red? Because I should have enough pink. Then I can use up the pink. I think a pink mushroom would be cute. That would be cute. No, that's kind of looking scary. I don't know if this is enough. Look at this. This would be some extreme yarn chicken. Yeah, that may be enough. I don't know. I'd stare at that for a moment. But that pink against the sage would look nice. No, that's bubble gum. Matter of fact. Wait, do I have tan? I'm looking through my yarn. I got these small little balled up. What is this? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're true. That's very true. This just the colors would look nice. This pink and this sage look, I think they look nice together. See, but that's because people be nasty. I don't know what to say. What your mama told you. I was gonna do like the pink there and then light brown. We can always unplug it too, but I think that might be cute. I don't have it in that shape. What? Do I have a darker pink? Hmm. We'll see. I got to do all of this anyway. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think I got lost in the sauce with my thought, but yeah, I got questions about more mushroom art. I've got mushroom stickers and I had totes. I sold out of the totes. I have not restocked those. I have a mushroom t-shirt and then I have some mushroom shorts that are actually green and I put like little red mushrooms on the back. So a couple mushroom, oh, and mushroom earrings. So I'm trying to up the foraging. My legs, my legs. Wah, what the hell? I need to sit back. My tippy toes. My tipper toes. Big tippin'. See, I already have gray in here. No, it's a different gray. These are all my scraps, and I can't tell. Like, this is literally mostly like big twist, and I be saving my shit, bro. Don't throw your yarn out. My fingers, my toes, everything. 842 Zoom. That's going fast. I don't think I'm gonna finish the back, but I'll be able to still show y'all like what we're working with, you know? Stop playing. My yarn was playing. What the fuck, bro? What is going on? Literally, what the fuck? That has never happened. What the fuck? This shit is like getting snagged on everything now. It's never happened. And on some whole ass shit, bro. What the fuck? Everything's trying to come out of this outline. Oh, my feet. I'm on my tippy toes. I'm trying to sit on this little bench. This is some boo-boo. Like, what is good? This some boo-boo. This little stupid thing fucking snagged my shit. Come on, keep your space. I'm focusing, chat. Mm-mm. Felt that. Not the right hole. That's where I got. Right there. Or highlight. Yeah. Maybe. Because I was thinking about what to do. We started doing this little, if you can see right there. I'm going to do like this half kind of circle area on the outside. Try to fill that in. So I'm just tracing it till I get all the way to the middle. This is a green I'm trying to get rid of. Coming up with ideas to use it on. Eventually, I need to do a compilation and showing y'all how many projects I can make off of a single skein. How crazy this is. If you remember the white I had, I used the white, same roll, right? Had to be like the same roll or same. I had a bunch of different cakes from the one skein. That's usually what happens. I have to make a bunch of, like, about 3 or 4 of them for a skein. So from one skein, just to give you an idea, I made a picture frame. It was like a checkered picture frame, about a 5x7, black and white. I made these checkered coasters I just finished, if you remember the black and white checkered coasters. When I made the him rug, the words "I'm him" is the yarn I used. And I made it with my purse. The black and white was made with this. That was like 4 projects. Trying to think if I forgot, if I'm forgetting so many. I can't even recall. I used white for the eyes on Gara. It was the same white, I'm pretty sure. Like 4 or 5 projects at least. I was able to use this white. This is going to be a nice spring frame whenever this drops. I'm like, if we can get this before March, then this will be like a good little pile of projects that I finished, you know? Like for every month, I'm going to do this is what I made in January. And I made like 17 projects. So this month, we made gray scarf, the blue, whatever scarf. I feel like I made one. Can't think. Maybe that was it. So far, I've made 2 scarves. And oh, and the hoop. See, I'm like, I know I made three things. I made two scarves, a gray scarf with the little pom poms going all around it. Then I made the blue striped scarf, two scarves, and then I did Melody Meadows. That what you call it? Needle felted garden. The hoop I made. Three projects I've made so far in February. I'm excited about my stationery stuff too. So I'm like, if I don't get a commission, we're gonna put this frame back up, and the side quest is gonna be um, the neighbor kind of loud. Side quest is gonna be making more buttons. We're gonna restock some of my favorite buttons, and we'll show you how I press them. If you've been watching Crazy Yoga, my I'm sorry, my yoga page, I'm gonna start just drawing my stuff. I'm tired of like, thank you for the likes. I'm tired of like subscriptions and shit. I already have to use Spotify for my yoga classes. I have to pay for like insurance for my office. And when I do markets, that's monthly. I have rent at my office. But I'm trying to get rid of like my unnecessary subscriptions. I was using PicMonkey for the longest. I was using PicMonkey even when Canva came out because PicMonkey only charged me like $40 for the year. And Canva, what is like $10 a month or something? I'm like, I'm not gonna do any of that. So I have to get the screen on my fucking iPad fixed as my son cracked it. But I'm just gonna start like I drew like the yoga and wine, if you've seen that poster. I just drew that. I'm gonna just start drawing my advertisement. I'm not going to pay a program and be limitly able to place things where I want to place it. I'm gonna just draw it myself. Why not? So there's gonna be I feel like I'm going to see a mesh or kind of a merge because I've been trying to do this anyway, and I guess this is how it's going to naturally happen visually because I'm a visual learner. How Confidential has their kind of funky text. I use like the groovy text and I don't know, like purple. Like, when you think about confidential goods, you think about like that lilac purple that I use. But then with Ashley's Crazy Yoga, it's like it's pink. It's like millennial pink, a little bit lighter than this, like baby pink slash this color mesh, like a light pink. And then I use pastel colors. I'm gonna just let me see what the font is. I might have to come out with a new font, but I may just start using the same font for both businesses because it's me. I don't know, like, why am I trying to make two things different when they're both of me, if that makes sense? Trying to combine just my yoga and my crafts. I'm gonna be talking with my friend tomorrow who kind of like works with marketing. We're gonna set up like a virtual call or something and then just see like what else may help. Where can I like be putting my money, you know? So I'm gonna just be using Procreate to like draw my advertisement. I'm really excited too. So if you in the area, I want to mail you something. I want to do I did it when we had our studio in South Milwaukee, but I want to do it again. Um Direct mail. Each like zip code costs a different amount of money, but you can send like mail your own little advertisement thing. What's good from Ireland? Welcome. Um you can pick a zip code or several zip codes and then they'll just I think they print it off or you might have to drop them off. I forget how it goes. Either or, and then you can get your business out there to other people or other businesses. And I would really like to market for anybody that I want to market kind of to like new buyers or people that are like redesigning their spaces. So if you know anybody who is buying a home but like looking to decorate it, but like, you don't want to have to keep going to so many different places to find like that one piece that matches. The thing is, you can shop with me and I can make you everything that matches. So I want to get into direct mail again. and do like some of that type of advertisement. I'm not paying for the Facebook ads. That was crazy. This dog be barking every day, man. What is this at? 8:54. I also want to do it for Ashley's Crazy Yoga. So if you didn't know and you are local, I travel to all 72 counties in Wisconsin to be able to offer my services to families, like wellness services for kids. There's a program called the CLTS, and you should be able to search me, and that's how people can also find me. And your insurance may be able to supplement the cost of the services. So, just more of our mission, my mission, to make wellness accessible and affordable. I've gotten a few inquiries, or some of my friends have said they are in the program or have their child in the program. So, if you know somebody who may be looking for this too, all right, we're almost done. That's why I'm kind of getting quiet. All right, we got this area covered. I can show you where we are. Please stand by. Stand by. Like that, like legs. I can do a very good balasana, which is a yoga pose. Because I half the time just end up sitting in this position. That's what it looks like from the front. I that's what we're getting at. Made the outline and have like a nice texture to it. Gotta cut this loop. Okay. I don't know. My body's like probably telling me I need to stop. Time for a stretch. Anyway, I got a plan for a meeting, a client tonight. I did bookkeeping. All those little things I gotta remember to do. I posted. I posted. So if you're local, I posted a Green Bay Packer coaster that I finished, and y'all have seen me. Did you? I work on it. I don't remember if I worked on it on this page, or I think I just worked on it at night one day and I didn't film it or anything. But I finished a Green Bay Packer coaster, posted about that. There's other fun deals going on with Ashley's Crazy Yoga. So I also accept clients that are virtual and that may not be in the area or just want to do it from their home too. We do virtual appointments, Zoom calls, or FaceTimes, and um, yoga classes, personal training, things like that. All of my new clients receive a copy of my book, The Art and Truth of Transformation for Women. It doesn't have to be gender specific, but if you want to hear about my story, you can just purchase the book. It's on my website, Ashley Crazy Yoga, or when you buy the 4 pack of my my services, the promo that I've got going on, then you receive the book too. So I can mail it to you, or if we plan on doing like in-person sessions, I can just bring it with me when we meet. But thank y'all for being here. Like and subscribe. I post on my other platforms too. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You can find my name, and then you'll find Confidential Goods or Ashley Crazy Yoga. So It is what it is. I'm thinking I'm gonna go grocery shopping, but I gotta see what I got going on today. I gotta go through my planner. So get organized, have a good day, be kind to people. Bye. Oh, what is tomorrow? Thursday. I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a demo for a senior home. So it's going to be at 9. So I won't be able to do